Hello again, racing fans. I'm Tony Salvaro, joined on split screen by my track announcer colleague out at Balmoral Park, Mr. Peter Galassi. Peter, how are you this evening?
Tony, good evening. How are you?
Good. Summer has just arrived here at Maywood Park a few days ago, Peter, and it is a beautiful night. It's 79 degrees, very little wind, and that wind is just a beautiful breeze. Track is fast.
Same thing here, Tony. All conditions are go for some very fast miles. All the races here on the inner 5H track. And as you said, very little wind, and the track is fast. We have a big weekend here at Balmoral, Tony. As you know, dual simulcasting again tomorrow, Saturday. And tomorrow, Balmoral celebrates its 67th anniversary. And we're going to give away a 1967 Ford Mustang. For those of you here at Balmoral Park, upon entering tonight, just fill out the entry blank. Be sure you're here tomorrow because the winner must be present. The car can be found on page 9, a picture of the car on page 9. For those of you here at Balmoral Park who want to take a look at the car, it's located lower level grandstand just south of the finish wire. Tomorrow night at Balmoral will also be the popular Dollar Night with dollar draft beers, dollar soft drinks, dollar hot dogs, and dollar popcorn. We have a special buffet in the clubhouse dining area. You can call for details on that. We have a live country band, Whoa Nelly, a country rock band. Also, the bus, WBUS FM 99.9, will be on hand, and they're going to hand out 67 wonderful prizes. It's all in honor of our 67th anniversary. Incidentally, Chip St. James will be here. The morning man on the bus will be here. In fact, we're going to have him on TV tomorrow night, along with David Bruce from David Bruce Auto Center. Representatives will be here. We're going to have him on TV. He's going to be on with us tomorrow night, Tony. We're going to talk again about the giveaways. So a big Saturday night. Not only that, Tony, we have 12 races here at Balmoral tomorrow night. We're going to simulcast the $197,000 Miller Memorial Final. That includes the some outstanding 3-year-old pacers, the best 3-year-old pacers, including the undefeated locally owned Vine Street. Of course, he's owned by the Moynihan Group, who also owned Arts Place. So Vine Street undefeated in his career. He's 11 for 11. Presidential Balls also in that race. He was the 2-year-old champion pacer of the year last year. He finished second in his 93 debut last week in a tune-up for this race. And all in all, it's a great field. It'll be simulcast. You can watch and bet it here at Balmoral or any place where you're at right now. We have a big 12-race card on tap tomorrow, Saturday. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to top that off with Mother's Day. We have a Mother's Day special in the dining room Sunday. And if you take a look at page 17, that has all the information. Gates open at 4 p.m. We have a special Mother's Day all-you-can-eat buffet, $16 per person. We have a free champagne fountain. Children under 6 eat for free. Advanced reservations are required. There are a few reservations left, so give us a call here at Balmoral Park. And in honor of Mother's Day, we're going to have an all-girls drivers race. The 9th race, a filly and mare claimer, all female drivers. B. Erdman, Terry King, Kim Rinker, Kathy McMahon, Kathy Rutherford, just to name a few. Aggie Skinner will be there, just to name a few. So all in all, a big weekend of racing here at Balmoral Park. And Tony, I know you've got some fireworks out there tonight and tomorrow night.
We certainly do. Well, Peter, we've got the big races to offer. We have, of course, the Spring Championship tonight, and then, of course, the Cinderella tomorrow night here at Maywood Park. We do want to remind the fans we do close for the 1993 spring season tomorrow night here at Maywood Park. But Maywood Park really never closes because the action is the attraction, as we say, and you could watch and bet the thoroughbred action live from Arlington Park Racetrack starting this coming Sunday afternoon. And then, of course, Sportsman's Park at night, which will be next Monday night. And whenever Balmoral Park races, which is a couple of times a week, of course, you can watch and bet that action right here. So we're open day and night, 7 days a week here at Maywood Park.
Right, Tony. As you said, tomorrow night is closing night there, and our racing continues. We go to our summer schedule, listen to me, summer schedule with Sunday night racing. Remember, this Sunday, our new post is 6:30. It'll be that way every Sunday to October. And we also race Friday afternoons, 12 noon post, a big Friday afternoon of racing. We have to start the day off at 12 noon, 10 races. We're followed by Arlington's card, then Sportsman's Harness card at night. You got to love it, Tony. It's just absolutely wonderful.
Speaking of loving it, you know, a little while ago when I got here, there were tons of people coming in. And I don't know, I guess that's the same way at Balmoral Park tonight. The weather's just driving the people right over to us, Peter. A lot of new fans tonight, too.
Right, and people, ladies and gentlemen, what's going to happen tonight, dual simulcasting means you're going to see 22 races, and we'll have you out of here by 10 to 12 at the latest.
Yeah.
Balmoral's first race is at 7:45. Maywood's first race at 8. We'll alternate races thereafter. This is Balmoral's side of the program. This is Maywood's side of the program. You can bet either racetrack at any open mutual window. Just be sure you tell the mutual clerk which track you're wagering on. If you tell the mutual clerk which track you're wagering on before you make your wager, everything will go smooth. And, of course, all winning tickets may be cashed in the open mutual window. Right?
Well, of course, Peter, if there's a delay of any kind, which we never do have them, but in case there is one, whether it be an inquiry, photo finish, or whatever, windows never close. You can go right to the window and make the very next race or a couple of races down the road if you'd like, because the convenience of having windows open all times just means just that. You never really can get shut out.
Right, exactly so, Tony. And I had a question the other day from a fan, and I'll address it tonight, and so everyone hears it across the network. What you see wherever you're at, whether you're in Springfield, whether you're in Crestwood, Balmoral, Maywood, Sportsman's, wherever you're at right now, you see what everybody else sees. Nobody else sees anything different, except, of course, if you're at the track live. But as far as the TV goes, if you're in Crestwood, you're seeing the same thing everybody in Springfield seeing. Everyone in Peoria is seeing the same thing over the TV. So nobody sees anything else but except what everybody else sees. I think I explained that good enough. So it's not like if you're at Crestwood, you're going to see something else that the people of Peoria aren't going to see. So, or Balmoral or Maywood or whatever. Right. You see whatever's up on the TV. Mark Dolan does a great job. He's the director. He's the one who runs the TV show. He does a marvelous job. You see the post-parades, you see the replays, you see the prices, the current odds, you see everything. And it's just a wonderful job, and you're going to have a great time tonight. And
one thing the fans are lucky they don't get a chance to hear, and that is in the in-house pages, because Peter and I both have a switch where we can page for an auto to be moved or page for a person to go to security without the people in Crestwood hearing it. They don't care if Joe Makaratz's car is blocking the fire lane, you know, so they don't get to hear all that good stuff.
Okay, Tony, now let's get to the business at hand. We had all the plugs out of the way.
Certainly did.
Talked about, I think we talked about everything. I'm sure we have. If we haven't talked about something, it'll come to me, I'm sure. What do you say we try and pick some winners?
Certainly, because, Peter, these lights are hot. These hots are light. Because my people here, you probably have got the nice soft white bulbs, right?
No, Tony, I'm sweating, believe me.
I
sweat profusely underneath these lights. And tomorrow night, in honor of that, I think we're going to do the show without jackets, all right?
Well, whatever.
But no, wait, I can't. We have guests tomorrow night on the show, so I'll have to wear a jacket.
They didn't give me lights, Peter. They gave me
just take them off right now.
Go ahead, Peter. They gave me French fry warmers.
Yeah. No, these are pretty warm here.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought it up because now I don't feel bad by taking off my jacket.
It makes me want to cry. No, I mean, thank you. My sound man, Jerry, he's the best.
Okay, Tony, I'll go first.
Oh, go ahead, Peter, please.
Here at Balmoral in the first race, scratch number 3, Skip Over Abbey. I'm going to go with number 1, She's a Samadhi. A nice qualifiers, and then she raced real well at Maywood in her first start. And from the inside, I'll give her the edge. Number 1, She's a Samadhi. Second race, I'll go with number 3, Baby Doctor. Closed well in his last, and a well-timed move may see Baby Doctor get home in the second race. And by the way, racing fans, you can follow my picks adjacent to each race with my comments with each horse in the program. Third race, scratch number 5, Ski Bunny Wood. I'll go with number 6, Broadway Viv. She qualified well for this start and may be as good as any here. We have something coming in.
Number 9 will be driven by Jeff Tilden.
Oh, also we have a late driver change in the third race. Number 9, Kiss Me Away. Jeff Tilden will be the driver. Jeff Tilden drives number 9, Kiss Me Away, in the third at Balmoral. Fourth race, Tony, number 7, Patriots Pride, I'm going to go with. I took him last week. He went off at 26-1. He raced real well and was gaining in the stretch. Have to beat Arsenal's Colt and Egyptian Hawk, the horse that ran 1-2 against him last week. But I'll stick with him one more week at another big price. Fifth race, number 1, Fanfare. He left last time, battled every step of the way, and held on to win by a nose. I think he may be good enough to win again from the rail. In tonight's sixth race, we have 3 late scratches. Number 4, Antigua, 7, Hot Dog Casserole, and 8, Masked Mist are all out of the sixth. 4, Antigua, 7, Hot Dog Casserole, and number 8, Masked Mist are all out of tonight's sixth. I'll go with number 2, Easy on Me. She raced well in her last, and I think she's in a spot to get a perfect trip behind Nouveau Swan Song, and I'll go with number 2, Easy on Me. Seventh race starts tonight's late daily double. Number 4, See You Tonight, just too far back in her last. Throw that race out. She drops back down to the 6,000 level. She won very easy the last time she was at this level, and I think she'll start tonight's late double. In the 8th race, number 7, Mega Carey. And I just got a late driver change on Mega Carry. It'll be Andy Miller doing the driving on number 7 Mega Carry in the 8th race. Andy Miller drives 7 Mega Carry, and she's my top pick. She had a big third in a stake race. She's been rested up for a while, and that's a concern. But if she's ready and if she repeats her last effort, I think she'll win this race. In the 9th race, number 5, Prizes Rebel, a very difficult trip. He was 3 wide down to the opening quarter, had a little left for the final quarter mile, and finished 9th, beating 16 lengths. I think he'll be much better tonight. Let's go with Prizes Rebel in the 9th. 10th race, number 6, Fanny's Mark. He's been shuffled back in his last 2 starts and finished with plenty of pace. Hopefully a clear trip will see him win. And in the 11th and final race, number 5, Delon Charger is my top pick. He remains in great shape, and I think he's the one to beat in tonight's Nightcap 5, Delon Charger in the 11th. Tony, you like a couple out here by me?
Yes, I do, Peter. Let me find my notes. In the 2nd race out by you, I like number 1, Heavy on the Mister. I think Heavy on the Mister with a good, clean trip should win. He has enough speed to get right to the top, or at worst, get a 2-hole trip. In the 6th race, number 3, Baby I Got It. Raced well last time out, has a good driver in Sam Woodger, and Baby I Got It looks to be my pick, Peter, in the 6th out at Balmoral. Peter, I'll quickly go through the races here at Maywood Park simply because of the fact I am starting to melt. Going to the 1st race.
Take off your jacket.
Well, we're almost done, Peter.
You're wearing those fake shirts without any back and sleeves on it, right?
Yes. All right. In the 1st race here at Maywood Park, I like number 2, He Has to Win, and driver Ron Mars, simply because of the fact this horse is on the inside on a front track. Number 2, He Has to Win in the 1st. Going to the 2nd race, number 8, These Eyes, and driver Randy Jacobs. Raced big last time out from the 8th post position. A very soft field in These Eyes certainly looks to be much the best. Going to the 3rd, a horse that's going to get an excellent trip on the inside, number 2, Come On Marion, and driver Joe Anderson. Again, it could be a front track tonight. The horses shouldn't be coming from too far back. In the 4th race, number 4, Kentucky Cash, and driver Dave McGee may sprint right to the top, or at worst take a 2-hole trip. Will be in the thick of it the entire mile. Going to the 5th race, number 1, Limited Edition, and driver Ron Marsh. Limited Edition raced huge last time out. Maybe that's an indication that this horse is ready to win. Has the inside post with one of the nation's best in Ron Marsh. Going to the 6th race, I like the way number 1, 46 Extra Long, gutted it out last week. He looked beaten at the top of the lane. However, he hung on in a very good stretch drive. Driver Joe Marsh Jr. has really made a name for himself in the past years. He certainly regained that this spring here at Maywood Park. In the 7th race, number 1, Rana Diablo is certainly fresh, and we know he's fast. He could go right to the top for driver Ron Marsh and never look back. Going to the 8th race, number 5, Fox Valley Expo. This horse is working on a long winning streak, and Dean McGee gets along extremely well with this horse. He looks like he can win another. Going to the 9th race, number 2, Courageous Falcon. Here's another horse that could get an excellent trip tonight. Has the 2-post position behind the speed horse, who is the 1. Going to the 10th race, this is our feature, $50,000 feature. I like number 1, AJ's Dad, who raced very well last time out after being off for a while. I think he's ready and all set to win tonight's feature. And going to the 11th race, a 15-to-1 shot, number 6, Rev It Up Ralph, and driver Randy Jacobs. Horse needed the start over the track the last time out. He has nothing else but to improve off of that effort, and this is a very soft field. And Peter, that's who I like here at Maywood.
Tony, I like 2 horses by you tonight. The first one appears in the 8th race, number 1, Yuppie Society. Should have the needed position. There's plenty of speed to set it up for this late rusher, and Yuppie Society with a clear trip to the wire may prove best in the 8th. In the 9th race, a horse that won at Balmoral a couple weeks ago, number 3, Sue's Party. This horse is in just super shape. Back in the claimers, and I think with a good trip, Sue's Party will prove best in the 9th. So those are my 2 picks by you, Tony.
And just as we close this out, my sound man Jerry just took the fan out and is going to plug it in, Peter.
Now, is that a racing fan?
No, this is... Hey, that's sharp, Peter.
You like that? Huh?
Yeah. No, this is a regular fan. It's just starting to blow now, and don't mess my hair yet. We're not off.
Yeah, here
but
we
Peter,
go.
remind the fans that tonight action is the attraction. It's fast-paced action. They're certainly going to love it. It's a race every 7 minutes, and we start in just a little bit at 7:45 with the simulcast of your first race.
They're telling me about my tie in my ear. So anyways, we're almost over. Tony, don't forget tomorrow night, you must be present to win the Mustang. And we're going to talk We're going to talk about more about that on tomorrow night's show when we
We'll have
talk
tomorrow
about the
night,
car.
yeah. Okay, Peter, thank you so much. And racing fans, please make all selections early and have a great night.
All right, Tony, I'll talk to you tomorrow night on TV.
Thank you, Peter.
Good luck,
night.
racing fans.
Good night, everybody.